Welcome to the Your Fitness Chick podcast. Become your best self. I'm your host, Abby Smiley Krause. I am a personal trainer, a wellness enthusiast, and I'm not gonna lie, a certified dog-obsessed human. This isn't just another fitness podcast. It's your wake-up call to level up your life. In this podcast, I'll be diving into everything from crushing your workouts to shifting your mindset, because being your best self isn't just about lifting weights, it's about lifting your life. Whether you're here to get fit, find inspiration, or just stop settling for an average life, you're in the right place. We're talking about tapping into your full potential, expanding your horizons, and building a life so good, you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. So let's lace up, show up, and start making things happen. This isn't just a podcast. It's your permission slip to dream big, work hard, and create the life you've always wanted. Join me here every Tuesday for a fresh episode. Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to this special Christmas Eve episode of the Your Fitness Chick podcast. I'm Abby, your fitness chick and fitness coach and your mindset motivator, and I am just laughing, imagining what many of you are doing right now. Right now, you're probably knee-deep like I've been in the holiday hustle, wrapping gifts, prepping for dinner, or just trying to figure out how you're going to survive that crazy relative that always likes to bring up politics. And, this year it's going to be super epic. But today we're going to hit pause on all that chaos to focus on you. This episode is not going to be about adding more to your to-do list. Lord only knows we got enough of that to do. But it's about giving yourself the space to reset, reflect, and unwrap the most important gift of the season. And that's you, my friend. So together, we're going to dive into 5 powerful topics to help you maybe gain a different perspective, to step into not just the rest of the holiday season, but your life with more confidence, more joy, and peace. So let's get started. So let's start with the truth that I think we all need to hear more often. And that is, you are enough just as you are. We live in a world that constantly tells us to do more, be more, achieve more in order to feel worthy. I've been there, but the reality is this: your worth is not tied to any of that, not to your productivity, not to your accomplishments, or the size of your to-do list. And science supports this too. Studies show that self-worth is actually rooted in self-acceptance, not external validation. So the people who embrace their inherent value, they're not only happier, but they're going to be also a lot more resilient and less likely to experience burnout. So think about the people that love you the most, your family, your friends. They don't care about all your accomplishments. They care about who you are and your kindness and your craziness, your crazy sense of humor. And most importantly, how you make them feel when they're around you. And that's what matters. So let's move to something that I think many of us need to hear during the holidays, and that is why imperfection isn't just okay. It's actually a gift. There is so much pressure to make holidays look like just this perfect movie scene, like Hallmark movie. But here's the truth. Perfection, that's not what creates the connection. In fact, it's the imperfections that make life beautiful and memorable. Psychologists have found that perfectionism is often linked to anxiety and burnout. Well, no wonder when you put so much freaking pressure on yourself to just have it all together, that's going to happen. But the people who are able to embrace the imperfection and experience how it is, they're going to have more gratitude and joy. So think about it. When you're with your friends or family, do you bond over the perfect moments? No, those aren't the ones that make the good stories. It's the ones that when things went hilariously wrong, right, that make us laugh. Those are the imperfect moments. The burnt side dishes, the forgotten gifts, the lopsided tree. Those are the stories that you'll tell for years. And you know what makes those imperfect moments even better? It's being able to find the joy in the middle of them. So let's talk about how to discover joy even when life feels messy, which is all the time, right? Let's face it. So here's the thing about joy. It doesn't come from the big dramatic moments. It comes from the little everyday things, the moments that some of us just often overlook. And science tells us that the human brain has a negativity bias. That means that we are naturally wired to focus on what's wrong. We're we're seeing things with not rose-colored glasses, but with intentional effort, we can retrain our brain to notice what's right. So, how we do that is through gratitude and mindfulness. There are two proven ways to cultivate joy. So, when you pause to appreciate all those small moments, like the smell of fresh pine or the way the lights twinkle on your tree, how much you love your fur babies, the smell of the candles on your coffee table. When you just take time to do that, you're activating the parts of your brain responsible for happiness and positive emotions. It sounds so simple, but really, if you start just showing gratitude, you'll be surprised how much happiness starts to fill your heart. So, joy is about presence, not perfection. It's about choosing to see the beauty, even in the chaos. So, now that we've uncovered where to find joy, let's dive in how to protect it. And that's by prioritizing your own well being. Because let's be real, self care during the holidays, it needs to be a non negotiable. It needs to be a non negotiable all year long. And it needs to be done guilt free. Self care is a buzzword we hear all the time. But during the holidays, it's a superpower. It's more than a luxury, it's a necessity. The demands of this season can leave us feeling drained. All the parties, all the shopping, all the to-do lists. But here's the truth. If you don't take care of yourself, you will not have the energy to take care of anyone else. And you're not going to be having any fun at all. So research has shown that if you practice some self-care, like regular movement, exercising, getting good quality sleep, and mindfulness, not only will you be able to reduce stress, but you're also going to be boosting your mood and you're going to be improving your overall health as a result. So think of self-care as like recharging your battery, or as like I like to call it your pixie dust. You wouldn't let your phone drop to 1% and then expect it to function, right? So the same goes for you. Do not feel guilty when you take the time to do the things that make you better, because that is something that others will benefit from as well. So when you feel your best, you can give your best. Everybody wins. I'm sure you guys can identify with what I'm getting ready to say next. So as I've gotten older, having peace is so important to me. Once you have survived and healed through some darker chapters in your life, because let's face it, by this time in our lives, we've all been there. But your peace becomes a trophy. It's a comfort and something that you need to protect. And if you are still trying to find peace, let's discuss how you can find it. And more importantly, how can you keep it? So when I'm talking about peace, I'm talking about personal peace here, the kind that comes from within. And this is the truth. Peace is not something you wait for. It's not something that's going to arrive at your doorstep with a big, pretty red bow on it that says Happy Merry Christmas. It's something that you have to create. So you've got to do a little bit of work to come out with the peace on the other side. So if you're struggling with finding peace in your life right now, it's time to flip the switch, because peace comes when you decide to choose to focus on what truly matters and to let go of everything else. Research on emotional intelligence shows that people who practice letting go, whether it's of letting go of perfection, resentment, or the need to control everything, your fitness check's guilty of that. But if you're able to let go, you're going to have a higher likeliness to experience a greater level of happiness and satisfaction. And that, my friends, is where you're going to truly find peace. So this season, remind yourself that you don't have to fix everything. You don't have to please everyone. You don't have to control how every single step of the day unfolds. Peace comes when you prioritize connection, love, and presence over all the things that just really, truly don't matter. So as we wrap up this Christmas Eve episode, I want to leave you with this. You are enough. Imperfections are what makes life beautiful. Joy is found in the little things. Self-care is essential. And peace is a choice you can make every single day. So on this special day of Christmas Eve, take a moment to breathe, to just let go, and to appreciate how far you've come. You are more than enough, just exactly as you are. And the light you bring to the world is something no one else can replicate. Only you. Be you. Shine bright. So thank you for allowing me to share this time with you today. Merry Christmas, my beautiful friends. And may this holiday season fill your heart with peace, a ton of freaking laughter, and the unshakable knowingness that you are and always will be enough. Merry Christmas. I'll see you on the next episode. Hey, it's Abby, your fitness chick. Thanks for checking out today's episode. With your continued support, I can keep creating inspiring episodes just like this one. So be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. To stay motivated all week long, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. The links for those can be found in the show notes. Check out my website by visiting www.yourfitnesschick.com. And I'd like to thank my production company, Coraggio Media, but most of all you, my listeners, for helping to inspire me each and every day. I'll see you on the next episode.